Yes. It is here. WrestleMania. This is probably gonna go up way too late. But what's going on, you guys? It's your boy, Money Miles J, because when money talks, people listen. And yes, it is WrestleMania weekend. WrestleMania has finally arrived. WrestleMania 40. This is the first WrestleMania without any of the McMahons. Well, with the exception of Triple H, if you count him. But this is a brand new era. WrestleMania 40 is the first ever WrestleMania without Vince McMahon. And this is going to be really, really interesting. The WrestleMania card for each night is stacked. And I got to admit, there's some matches up here that really don't catch my attention. But the hottest thing going, of course, has to be the main event spot. Has to be the Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns saga featuring the. I will actually have to say that this is the Cody Rhodes and The Rock featuring Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns has been pretty much the side piece of this whole feud since Cody has won the Royal Rumble. The Rock has pretty much just overshadowed Roman entirely, and I think that, and I would say that that's a problem, but I think if it goes the way that I hope it does, then this is all going to turn out for the better. So what I'm here to do is just pretty much give my predictions. I want to try and make this quick. I thought that I had recorded this prior, but it seems like it got lost in the sauce, so I have to redo it. So I have to redo some of my predictions, and I just had to grab my notes real quick. So we're going with, of course, we're going to start off with night one. It only makes sense. Starting off with night one, we have the first match up, most likely, is Rhea Ripley versus Becky Lynch for the Women's World Championship. Now, Rhea Ripley's been on a roll. Becky Lynch, she's been hot, but not as hot as she was when she initially became the man. But in my opinion, for real, I wasn't really interested in this matchup. They tried their best to try and draw some interest in it, but I think it's gonna be a really good match. But my money is on Rhea retaining. Of course, Rhea retaining this title and moving on, because right now Becky Lynch really doesn't need the title. Um, I just I just don't see them taking the title off of Rhea just yet. I feel like she should hold on to the title, and I'm going to get into a little bit more details when we get into some other matches. So the other match that we have up is going to be is the six pack tag team ladder match for the undisputed WWE Tag Team Championships. And the way that they presented this, or the way that they mentioned this, especially the Miz, was that in order to win, you have to retrieve both sets of belts. So you have to have the Raw and the SmackDown Tag Team titles, which leads into everybody speculating, including myself, and I actually said this before, that the tag team titles are going to be split. And if that's the case, then I feel like the Miz and R-Truth are gonna win the Raw Tag Team Championships, which leads me to believe that maybe either the New Catch Republic, which is Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate, win the SmackDown Tag Team titles. But I really don't think, the only other thing that I can think of is if A Town Down Under wins it. So that way you have A Town Down Under with the tag team titles, and they're hanging around Logan Paul with the United States Championship. So all three of them are champions, and they can go around gloating and everything like that. So that's the only thing I can think of. Um, that's if those two. That's if the titles were to be split. If they're not to be split, then I see DIY taking it. So with that, I would love. Actually, I want DIY to take it, but I feel like yeah, that's pretty much what I'm gonna go with. If it's not gonna be split, then DIY. Then you also have Rey Mysterio and Andrade, which is supposed to be initially supposed to be on Dragon Lee. Dragon Lee was taken out, so Andrade is taking his place versus Santos Escobar and Dirty Dominic. In my opinion, I feel like I initially feel like it's gonna be in this one. I want to say that it's gonna be the LWO winning this, But I can see like I just got this feeling that Carlito is gonna turn on them. I feel like it's Carlitos that's gonna turn. It can't be drag. It cannot be Dragon Lee, and Andrade definitely not. So I feel like Carlito's gonna turn at some point if he doesn't turn tonight. Then we got Jimmy and Jay Uso 1-on-1, brother versus brother, Uso versus Uso. And it seems like we have brother versus brother every 15 years. But I I feel like Jay is gonna win because he's the one that they're gonna push. Jimmy's been losing left and right. But it'd be interesting to have Jimmy win so that way they can continue on the feud. They continue on with the feud at Backlash, and then Jay will get the win, and then they'll have a rubber match. So I really am. I'm probably gonna go. I'm probably gonna go with I'm probably gonna go with Jimmy. My gut's telling me Jay, but I'm gonna go with Jimmy this time around. This is gonna suck. Looking back at this, we also have the 6-woman tag team match, which is Damage Control of Dakota Kai, Asuka, and Kairi Sane going up against Bianca Belair, Naomi, and Jade Cargill. My God. Yes, finally in the WWE ring after months of being signed. We finally get to see her in action in a match outside of the Royal Rumble. So this is going to be good. I feel like this is going to be a pretty decent match. It's going to be pretty good. But I'm gonna give it to the big three. Jade Cargill is gonna be the one to get the pin and going to be able to get the win for the team. That's my prediction of her getting the pin as well. And what a way! We have Gunther, who has been on this tremendous reign. He has made the Intercontinental Championship the championship to win. Like him and this reign has been incredible, longest reign in history. And he's going 1-on-1 against Sami Zayn. Now, in my opinion, I really feel like it should be Chad Gable because he put on a hell of a show against him on Monday Night Raw. I really feel like it should be Chad Gable. And right now they got this Rocky Four type of thing. They really love Rocky Four because they had him doing a training montage where Chad Gable was his coach, in a sense, his trainer, trying to trying to let them know there is no tomorrow. This is like Rocky 3, Rocky 4 type of thing that they got going on, and it look. And not gonna lie, I do like it. I always liked it. So you got so you got Chad Gable playing the role of Apollo Creed and trying to slap some life into him. Let him know there is no tomorrow. That you gotta win this now. I so badly wish. I want to say that it's Sami Zayn winning this one. I want to say Sami Zayn wins this one. Take the title off of him, and or you can have Chad actually cost him the match, or like he wins the match, but then Chad turns on him or something like that. But eventually, there's got to be something between Chad Gable and and Sami Zayn with the Intercontinental title, and Gunther moves on to the world title because it's about that time for him to move on. Like he's done everything that he can with the Intercontinental Championship, but yeah, I believe it's time to pull the trigger. Then finally, we have the Bloodline, The Rock and Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins and Cody Rhodes, the American Nightmare. You got that match going on. If The Rock and Roman win, then the match on night 2 between Cody and Roman will be Bloodline rules. If Cody and Seth win, the Bloodline will be barred from ringside. Now, in my opinion, as much as I would love for Cody and Seth to win, I'm gonna say that it's gonna be The Rock and Roman Reigns, and it's gotta be The Rock. It's gotta be The Rock pinning Cody. He's got to be pinning Cody, and that can definitely lead into some more stuff because then you have him taking that belt and then giving it to his mom in the front row and everything, just like he said. just like he said. So then that means that night two, the match is going to be Bloodline rules. So that's my predictions for night one, which is tonight, as as I'm recording. For night two, we have. Let me pull this back up. Sorry, I have my notes on my phone. But on night two, this may be the order, this may not be the order, but we got Seth Rollins going one on one with Drew McIntyre for the World Heavyweight Championship. Now, with CM Punk at ringside being a special guest commentator, I feel I feel as though CM Punk is gonna somehow get involved, cause a distraction. And for me, I want Drew McIntyre. Now they are gonna have another. Now I heard that they're gonna have another Clash at the Castle. I think they're gonna have it in Glasgow, Scotland, if I'm not mistaken. I gotta double check, but they're gonna have it in Scotland. So I feel like that would be his moment to really win the title. I feel like he should win the title and then have Damian Priest come out and cash in Money in the Bank and take the title from him. So then you got Damian Priest as World Heavyweight champion. As the World Heavyweight Championship, jeez, as the World Heavyweight Champion. So that way you got that will be that'll be like a little consolation for them losing the tag team titles. He's been having his briefcase around for almost a year. It's been almost 200. I think it's 270 days, if I'm not mistaken. 270 days, and been a complete idiot. He's been made to look like a fool, and I can't stand it. I really cannot. I cannot. Oh, hi, Marks. I'm stupid, but I'm going to go ahead and say that Damian Priest cashes in on Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre wins. Damian Priest cashes in, and but at the same time, I don't want it to. I feel like it's gonna. I feel like it might take away from because the story is still with CM Punk. I still feel like it might take away from CM Punk when he gets healed, but I know that they can shoehorn him in. Definitely shoehorn him in. Then you have the 6-man tag team Philadelphia Street Fight between the Pride, which is Bobby Lashley and Street Profits, versus the Final Testament, that is Karrion Kross and Authors of Pain. And for this one, I'm gonna give it to Bobby Lashley and Street Profits. They call themselves the Pride. I'm gonna give it to them because right now I like Bobby Lashley. He got screwed over last year. He didn't even make it to. He was supposed to have a match at WrestleMania. Didn't even get a match at WrestleMania. They ended up having him in the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal instead, and he got to come out on stage with the trophy. That's it. Went from having a match to just being on stage with a trophy. Yeah, I say we give him. I say we give him the win. Karrion Kross and the Final Testament. I think that they need a little bit more work. Something's just not working for them, in my opinion. And Street Profits and Bobby Lashley do need a win. They definitely do need something. We also have L.A. Knight, yeah, versus the phenomenal AJ Styles. The phenomenal AJ Styles. I'm trying. But if you asked me about maybe 6 months from now, what do you, or shoot, even 2 months ago, what would the plans be for LA Knight? It wouldn't be just this throwaway match. It feels like a throwaway match, and there's nothing wrong with AJ Styles. AJ Styles is still an amazing athlete. He is jacked to the gills. I mean, my goodness, the guy's gotten in phenomenal shape. He is the phenomenal one. And LA Knight is still hot. He's still on fire. Like he is still popular. But I would have thought that it would have been AJ Styles. I mean, LA Knight going up against Logan Paul for WrestleMania for the United States Championship. I thought it would be that, but most likely they're probably gonna save that for SummerSlam. Um, if anything, I feel like this match would go to AJ Styles. I'm putting my vote in for AJ Styles on this one. That way, whoever, that way the world champion on SmackDown, I believe, would be able to have like a fresher face, another face, you know. But anyway, I digress. It'll at least put him back on the map, get him back into his winning ways. LA Knight, I feel, is going to be fine. He is going to be in the mid card section, but I really don't feel like it's going to stop his momentum. Then we have the Logan Paul triple threat match for the United States Championship. Logan Paul, Randy Orton, and Kevin Owens. It's going to be triple threat. I feel like it's going to be Logan Paul retaining. I mean, they got Prime, his drink Prime sponsoring WrestleMania this year. Like they got for the first time since I don't even know when. They actually have the logo inside the ring and on the turnbuckles, much like how WCW used to have with Slim Jims. But I'm gonna go with Logan Paul retaining. I feel like he's gonna hold on to the title until SummerSlam when he and LA Knight go 1-on-1, and LA Knight takes the title from him then. Then you got Io Sky versus Bayley. Bayley's been a heel for a good while, and now she's finally turned babyface. I feel like this match is gonna go to Bayley. She deserves a win. She deserves to have that big win at WrestleMania, much like how all the other horsewomen have had one. I can't remember if Sasha Banks had one. I gotta double check. But yeah, I feel like she deserves a moment at WrestleMania as well. And this is definitely it. Then lastly, we have the Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns match for the undisputed WWE Universal Heavyweight Championship. So, of course, you already know my prediction is going to be the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes taking the title, taking the belt, taking it back, finally taking it. But how? My prediction, I feel like John Cena is going to make it in. So here's how I thought of it, because there was rumors about certain people making appearances. So I say we have what is it? Solo Sikoa coming out and to attack. Solo Sikoa coming out to attack Cody, and then he gets neutralized by John Cena, the last guy that he beat. The last guy that he beat. You have him take out Solo Sikoa. Then you got Jimmy being taken out by Jay. Jay comes out and they brawl to the back. He takes him out. So then that leaves who? The Rock. So then you have The Rock, and the person to take out The Rock would be none other than Stone Cold Steve Austin. Having Stone Cold Steve Austin come out and attack The Rock and take out The Rock, keep him out of the way, that would be so awesome. I could guarantee you the crowd will erupt. They will go crazy. I would be standing up on my couch if that happened. I'll be standing up on my couch if that happened. But yeah, I feel like it's that. And then finally, Cody Rhodes finishes the story and takes home the championship that his father never had, that his family never had. Like, I think I told the story before. I actually myself was emotionally invested in the Cody Rhodes story. Cody Rhodes talked about how his father how his father told him the story about when he won the championship, but he didn't really win it. It was by a count out. So he knew that he was going to win the title for his dad and be able to give it to him and let them know, like, hey, now nobody can take it from you. His father passed, so that opportunity is gone. So he's going to spiritually win that title. He's going to spiritually give that title to his father, to give it to his mother. And I related to it because of my dad. During this time when Cody Rhodes was telling this story, my father had passed from prostate cancer. And I had such a tremendous respect for Dusty Rhodes and the advice that he's given, and for my father not to see me reach the heights that I'm going for, that I'm getting now. Not only in the workplace, but in social media. You know, it kind of hurts and it's bittersweet. So I can understand and I can feel exactly what he's feeling. I know exactly what he means. So I know how important this is. I know. So it's an emotional ride for me personally. So this is as much as a win for me as it is for Cody. But that's just my own story. That's just me. And you can take that for whatever you want. But this is why wrestling is so amazing. Why I love it so much. It really does take you on a ride. Now, for those for everybody out there, I hope you have an amazing weekend. Hope you enjoy WrestleMania if you're watching it. I want y'all to be well, stay safe, take care of yourselves and each other. And remember, I will be going live on Twitch after WrestleMania Night 1 and after WrestleMania Night 2 and discussing it. So by all means, the link is in the description below. Go ahead and give me a follow if you haven't already. And check me out when I go live. You guys are going to have fun. I'm going to talk about some of the great matches and spots and everything like that. Be well. Stay safe. Take care of yourselves and each other. Remember, when money talks, people listen. Happy WrestleMania weekend.